Okay. We're good to go now. Good afternoon, everyone. Those of us online and those of us on set. We stopped somewhere last week, and we said that was the end. I believe some of us would have gone to do revision on what we have done on capital budgeting, on certainty, on that project appraisal, whereby we learn how to appraise a project or evaluate a project using so many techniques. And I remember we talked about payback period, we talked about net present value, we talked about discounted payback period, we talked about accounting rates of return, we talked about so many, even till IRR, modified profitability index, and so many. So that ended that, except when the need arises, where we need to go back again. Not this year again, but that should be coming year. But for now, or for today, we're looking at this small one, not so very simple. Still on the still corporate finance, in case some of us don't know what it means, because code, still that. But for today, we're going to look at capital budgeting under uncertainty. Some will say uncertainty and risks. So that means there is risks involved. There's a difference between risks and uncertainty. Risks simply means possibility of a loss or injury or bad condition. For instance, somebody may tell, don't take up that project. It's risky. There is risks involved. It's only telling you there is possibility you lose your money or something bad happens to your money. That is the risk involved. But when we say is uncertainty, it means it's unknown. We don't even know what will happen. A state of unknown. A state of what you want to do. Nobody has done it before. There is no tips for us to know what will happen if you enter that kind of business. Or whichever way. There are two main possibilities involved. We have two methods. One is probability. Probability-based method. And the second one, non-probability based method of actually determining whether we should invest in a project or not. And anytime we talk about probability, we're going to start with that first one. But before we start with that first one, which will lead us to a question, I gave a question in the group. Nobody even touched it. Everyone was looking at it. And because I thought those people that were complaining, and the question was too simple. I remember one time we said the question, this is too simple. You should give us harder. One of the groups, students say so. So this time I will now put the one that is forward. And nobody, that kind of person did not complain. He didn't talk, he just relaxed. Because I know that's the question I'm going to do. And that question is from your past question. I will just tell you where it is. But before that, we have to lay a foundation leading to something of that. I hope this is written. Those of us online, are we following?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we're looking at two methods, probability-based method and the non-probability-based method. We'll come back to this. Under this method, we have a payback period. This one, under number 2, there is payback period that has limit. There is limit period. You know what we have been doing before, there is no limit. But this one has a limit period. We need a formula for that. Under this method, we have what we call risk-adjusted method. Risk-adjusted or risk-adjusted discount method. Under this same method, we also have what we call sensitivity analysis. But not minding, as we progress, we'll talk more about. We'll still take them one by one. But the main one that I just mentioned is probability based. But before that, that probability base has some idea of how to calculate mean in mathematics. We all know how to calculate mean in mathematics. How to calculate variance and standard deviation. But let's just take small question, which is not the question, to actually show you how to calculate normal mean, how to calculate normal variance, and how to look at standard deviation. They will not go into that past question and handle it without the question. So let me take this small question, very small question. That will not take us much time. I have this small question. Even I have a table like this. Maybe I call this one X. That is the variable or the age of people. Let me say it's age, but I believe that's variable. This is 20, a 20, a 25, a 30, 35, 40. Now the number of people, number of people. Number of people there is frequency. We'll come back to that. That's our frequency F. Frequency, that means the number of occurrence. So let's assume, according to the question, those who were 20 years old, they are just 3 number. Those who are 25 years old, they are 5 number. Those that are 30 in that group is just 1. Those that are 35 years is just 1 person. Those that are 40 years of age is just 45 years is what? 3. In this question, we're expected to find, we're not going far, 1, want to look for the mean, 2, want to look, okay, let's take it easy, 2, want to look for the variance, and then 3, want to look for the standard deviation. Okay, let's add one more so that when we just solve that question, there won't be too much stress. We have just said before, coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance. These are the things we need for that kind of question under probability-based method. But let's look at this small thing. Copy very fast. Those of us online, are you seeing the question?
Yes, we can.
Good. So we're looking at how to find mean. Ordinarily, is our frequency. Frequency is arranged in no known order. It's not in ascending. It's not in descending. You can see it's not from smallest to highest. Neither is it from highest to what? Lowest. So that means frequency is arranged in not known order. There are 2 orders we know, ascending and what? Descending. But variable are arranged in ascending or descending order of magnitude. So we want to look for the mean, we want to look for variance. All this median and mode is not relevant to what we are doing. So I can clean this. Good. So to look for mean, from one indication, these are variable, these are frequency. We have 20, 25, we have 30, 25, we have 40, and then 45. We have 3, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3. Am I correct? Good. So this is fx. F multiplied by x. This will be what? 60, 125, I believe. 30, 35, 80, and then what? 135, somebody? 135? Are you sure we're here? Yeah, we're here. Good. And we add everything together. That here should be 15, I believe. This 8, 15, I believe, 10, 15. Somebody add this for me. I just put something there about. Just add this final. 465. Look at the board. I don't want to show you small thing. There is 3, Ari. There's 3. If I say 3 over 15, if I say 3 over 15, you know to go for something. That's probability. Am I correct? You're all aware that probability ranges from 0 to what? 1. If I want to get probability for this 20, 3 over what? 15, I'll get some. Everything here will be 0 point, Am I correct? In examination, these are our frequency will be probability. And that our frequency that has turned to probability will be 0 point something, 0 point something. So we will multiply this time just to give us this. Our whatsoever we get here will be our mean, which we call expected value. Expected value. Sometimes some message is expected monetary value. No money is involved now, but just understand that all this can be done to decimal by knowing that the total frequency we have, all right, is 15, and we can make this frequency to become probability. And then multiplying these two together and adding them together will be our expected value. But for the sake of this, which is mean, in this case, S bar will be summation of Fs all over summation of S. Just trying to bring out something 6/5 over 15, and we'll have the 31 if the calculator is doing well. I hope they're getting the idea. Very good. Now, when you know mean, there is what we call deviation. Deviation. Deviation is just the difference from the variable and what? The mean. The same thing, we'll have deviation in that kind of question. It will also be the difference between the cash flow, are you following? The cash flow and the expected value, which is mean. So here, when we're looking for mean, we'll say deviation is x minus what? X bar. We have 2 types of deviation. Deviation from actual mean and deviation from assumed mean. But in this case, everything must be real mean. We must get the expected value. Now, this mean is the expected value. So we must get a deviation, which will go this way. That is 20 minus 31. That will be minus 11, Abi. This is the variable. X minus X bar means deviation. Deviation is the decrease. Are you following? Our original cash flow, are you following? Which is the X here, minus the expected what? Value will give us deviation. Is that okay? That will be having minus. Now we have 25, that will be minus what? 6, 30 minus 1. 35 minus that will be ordinary form. And 40, that will be 9. 45, that is what?
14.
14? Are you
Yes.
sure? Okay.
Yes.
Now, because there is a minus, our deviation, which is x minus x bar, we have a square. Is that okay? We will have what? A square. That is the this minus sign, for us to remove the minus, we need to square. Because without that square, the minus we can't work with the minus. So we have 121, we have 56, we have 1, we have 16, we have 81. This should be 196, I believe. Check for me. Then for us to get the other one, it should now be x minus x bar square times what? Frequency. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Please,
Hello?
the x minus x bar square.
No, the mean, which is the expected value of it.
I want to know what the x minus x bar square means.
It's called deviation. 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 Hello?
No, I'm talking about the next one, the square, the x minus x bar square.
And that is a deviation squared. Deviation raised to power 2 so that we can remove the minus sign.
Okay, so is it the standard deviation or the variance?
No, you must get variance first before you find the square root of variance to give you standard deviation.
Okay, so basically the deviation is the variance.
Yes.
Okay, all right. You can write on.
Go ahead. So we are multiplying after getting the deviation square. We still multiply the frequency because it's quite different. So that is what you will see. From all indication, we have 121 times 3. Somebody help us. 363. Then 36 times 5. 180. This is 1 already times 1. We all know it's 1. 16 times 1. We all know it's 16. We all know it's 16. And 81 times 3 is what? Times 2.
162.
Is it 2?
162.
No, 2 now. 81 times 2 is what? 162. I mean.
162.
196 times 3.
588.
Hello? Okay. 58 what? Okay, 588. Somebody add on this for me. The total deviations multiplied by that. One thousand 310. Are you there? So this is practically what we're about to do. Okay, what's the result there? 1310. Gone, Abby. Now, this is what we're about to do. Example question. So this is a practical thing. So that by the time I start computing it, there won't be much stress. So that it was sent in that first 2020, 2019, 2020. First question. It was also repeated in the other year and many years later. So by nearly we just capture. We are good to go to third the question myself. So, but at least this idea, because someone that does not understand simple mean, when he sees that person to be as if it's very difficult, and it's not. So now, my variance, in finance, we use that variance to determine risks. The higher the variance, it means that the business is risky, and you use that to know whether to invest or not. So let's see. Wow. Roman figure 2, I believe. Let's put it here. Roman figure 2. Variance, Abi. Variance is summation of x bar, sorry, x minus x bar, all rod square. Let's put the frequency there. All over summation of what? F. This is 1310. All over what? 15. Somebody define this for us. That will be our variance. See this symbol. Look at this symbol. This symbol for variance. See the way I've written it. Then with the square, it makes it variance. Is when we find the square root.
No. Please, sorry, sir. Those of us online are not seeing the symbol for variance.
Somebody help us.
Hello. Hello.
No. We are not seeing. Roman figure 2. Roman figure 2. I put it here so that they can see clearly over there. Variance is summation of frequency to x minus x bar all square all over summation of f. And that is 1310 all over 15. What is the answer? 87.33, Abi. Variance. So this is the symbol for variance. Those of us online, are you following? Can you see it clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, having known standard deviation, the square root of what I got now, the square root of what I got now is the standard deviation. This is already variance. Standard deviation is just to get the square root. I hope I can print the table. Can the table go? Those of us online, the table.
Yes, it can go.
It's good. So we have seen Roman figure 1, we have seen 2, and 3 is what's our 3? Square root here.
Vision.
Standard deviation is simple language. Not to waste our time. The square root of variance is your standard deviation. Or the square root of this our formula is your standard deviation. So the square root of 87.33 will be our, this one has square root. That has square. The square root of this will be this alone. So answer, what is it? 9 something. 9 point. Square root of this 9 point something. 9.345. So that is it. And the final question there is a coefficient of what? Variance. Coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance is standard. It's defined as standard deviation all over mean. Our mean here is something as expected what? Value, Abi? Expected value. So our standard deviation all over expected value, which is mean, will give us what we're looking for. So what was our standard deviation? 9.35, Abi. Our mean is 31. So what do we have here? I have 0 point something, Abi. 0.30, Abi. That is 0.3. We'll try to put the percentage down to 10%. Whichever way. Any question with that one? I hope with that we are good to go. No, the symbol is not important. Just correction to go on. So no, even nobody uses math for all those symbols for finance anyway. Even in mathematics, we don't bother much. Such as statistics. Any questions? We're all following, both those online and those on site. So let's go to our question. Last question. Down here. Open the door. Those of us online, I sent a question on the site, but if you don't have that, we can go to our past question 2019, 2020. Past question. Past question 2019, 2020. Yeah? Page care. Okay. It's the same one, page 1, Abby. 2B, Abby. You know, there's only one sheet, Abby. That year is one sheet. One paper like this. The back. 2B. Have you seen it? 2B. If you are in our group, you will see me write Premium Publishers Limited. For here is Scholar Wole Limited. So whichever one is still the same question I put there. Have you seen it? Do you have the question? Are you on this? Are you on the group? Or but you can see something. Let me repost it again in the group so that in case you did not get that before now, let me go to the group and repost it. You don't have your past question. So it's there now, posted in the PDF. If you open the same question we are solving. Are we there? Those of us online, you can see it. It has been reposted. And those who don't have the question, that is it. So look at the question. The question says, Scholar Wole Limited is considering an investment project costing 14,000 naira. Remember, we are still doing MPV, even in this. So our MPV will have to trade with. So it says, the question says, the company has determined the following discrete probabilities for the net cash flow generated by the contemplated project. There is year 1. There is cash flow year 1. There is probability. That probability is like our frequency divided by the total to give us 0.0.0. So we'll just multiply and get our estimated value. We have year 2. We have year 3. He said the treasury bill rate is currently 10%. Treasury bill rate is the same thing as risk-free discount rate. And that's what we're going to use, the 10%. The firm's cost of capital, we're not going to use that. Scholar Wole is borrowing at the rate of 21%. It doesn't concern us. Now, determine expected value of the net present value of the project. I hope you heard that. Net, yes. So we are going to use only the risk-free, which is the treasury bill. The remaining two are not. Yes, it is the risk-free. And anything risk-free means treasury bill. Because treasury bill is risk-free. As far as Nigeria is 6, the interest on treasury bill, there is no shaking, no risk involved. You know there is risk, but there is no risk involved in treasury bill. That's the only something you can buy, any security you can buy and go and raise treasury bill. Because it's issued by federal government. And as far as Nigeria still exists, your treasury bill rate remains. That's the only bill you can go and buy and go and sleep. But other ones, market demand and forces can affect it. So we use the risk-free rate, which is 10%. So we move. So we'll start like this. We'll take it one by one. There's year 1, there's year 2, and there is what? Year 3. We'll start gradually, year 1. Solution. That is 2A. No, 2B, Abi. Is it 2B? Good. So we are solving 2B from our current past question. I think current, as far as that is concerned. There's no 2021 yet, Abi. There's no 2021. And that one never come. So this is it. The first thing to do is year 1. Year 1. That year 1, we talk about cash flow. And this cash flow, we don't need that negative yet. So I hope you are following. The negative will come when we are about to calculate net present worth value. But now we want to calculate mean, we want to calculate variance. But we know what to do. First step, probability. Probability. Our probability for the first one is 0.3. 8,300, 0.4. 65. 0. What? Good. 7,000. 0.2. Is that okay? Good. And maybe we'll try and find one name for this thing. Maybe we'll try and give this one A1. That is cash flow in year 1, Abi. Is it agreed? We'll try to give this one name, probability in year what? 1. So that we can take our time and run something here. A1 times what? P1. I hope that's not a problem. We want to calculate mean expected value. You know that time here was X, Abi. Here was F. But our F here now is having 0 point. Our F that time was whole number. And I told you how we can get 0 point. It is that F divided by the total number of variables. But they have already got 0 points for us, so we don't need to divide. You don't need to convert. And that one is to use whole number. And I have told you how the whole number can be turned to what? Probability. No, you can't change this. You don't need to change this. If you do that research, it will be the same thing. But for the purpose of they don't do that. They don't put F, they put probability. You can get. Just go straight. 15. Going to be 0. Maybe 2 or something like that. 0.2 times this one. We don't need to divide again by the total population. So that's how this one looks like. So we'll just go straight. 0.3 times 4, 2. Who is there?
1,260.
1,260. 1,260, I mean. So
yes.
Second 0.4 times 8,300.
3,320.
3,320.
320.
Are you sure? 0.1.
650.
6,500.
650.
650. That's 10%. Okay. 0.2. That's
1.4. 1,400.
Good. We add everything together. Everything we add
6,630.
expected value at time what? 1 is equal to. I hope someone is following.
6,630.
You said?
6,630.
630. 6630.
Yes, sir.
We have just found the mean. And we can find deviation. I'm looking at the space. Okay, let me see how I can manage it. 1, then 2. Okay. Now I want to just do it this way. This A1 minus, let's call this one A1 bar. Abi, you agree? A1 bar, that is a mean now. This is our mean. No, we don't divide on. I know, we don't do that. I just told you that our frequency, when divided by the total number, will become 0 point something, Abi. That 0 point something we are seeing is already done. Are you following? I use that to show you an example. Our frequency was whole number, Abi. If we use that whole number divided by 15, Abi, we'll be having 0 point, 0 point, 0 point. So immediately we just use this to multiply this. We don't need to divide again. The result of this is our expected mean. Expected value. As the cash flow multiplied by the probability all added together. Mean expected. The most important expected monetary value or expected value, whichever one. And then we can find our deviation, which we have done before.
Hello.
So, while we are not to waste our time, what is it called? A bar 1. I hope this is okay by us. We will square it straight away. And then come here and have A1 bar all square times probability. You know, the last time we did this, we found deviation square. Deviation square multiplied by frequency. Our frequency has probability. So that we can get what variance. Because we have gotten expected value. We also need to get variance. We also do that in year 2. We do that in year 3 before we get our real answer. Because our real answer is A, expected value of net present value. That's one part. So this one, expected value. This is expected value. Our knowledge of mean now, this is S bar. S bar. We're just trying to represent this with this so that we won't be carrying EV inside that place. Okay? This is our expected value, okay? So that the thing will look 40. Yes. Yes. F is the probability now. You know, I told that F, we can change it to probability by dividing by 15, Abi. So we're not going to, the F here now is not probability. Instead of us dividing again, issue of division is gone by using that, our denominator, to divide our frequency and turn it to probability. So we're no more kind of division again. We have eliminated division. So that's the only part we remove from our normal main, idea. So this is finance. So this is how you come. But that idea.
Hello, sir.
Wasting time.
I have a question.
Okay. So in this case now, what we are going to be doing, 4,000 what? 2 minus 6,630. Somebody, I hope you know that in the bracket, A1 is 4,004. Look up, minus 6,300. What do you have? Square it. What do we have? And when you square that result, raised to power 2, I mean, 4,002 minus 6,630, you get a negative, I mean, raised to power 2, what do you have? Because that is deviation square. We just do division. Those of us online, are you following?
Yes, we are following.
So what's the result? We said our A1, the cash flow, 4,002 minus 6,630, which is the expected value. What do you have? You must have a minus, then you square it. We should have a value. Oh. Okay, that's what it is. If you are looking like that.
4,860.
1,860. Okay. 4,200 minus 6,330. We have a value raised to the power of so it's 5,000. 4,000. Is it more? You said 4,000. 4,000 again. Is it not 5,000? 904. 900. Is that the right thing? Check. Those of us online, is that correct? 5,904,900.
Yes, sir.
Good. So my friend, look at that calculator, maybe. So the next one is 8,300. 8,300 minus 6,630, as usual, square. It should be equals to 788,900. Good. The next one, 6,500 minus 6,630 square, 16,900. And finally, on that subtraction mode, 7,000 minus 6,630 square. We have 136 and 900. I hope you know what is here. This one, see it. This raised to power 3, something like this. Multiply by probability. Oh, yeah. This times 0.3, 0.4, 0.1, 0.2. Those of us online, any question? Okay, that's 5,904, 900 times 0.3, Abi. So what do we have? 1,771,470. Good. The next one you multiply by probability also. 2788. Is that 341, 55, 60 like this. The other one called times 0.1. That should be 160. 1690.
1690.
1690. Then this one is
27,380.
so we have
27,380.
okay, 27,280. Abi?
380. 380.
Okay, 380. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it correct? 27. Good. So somebody add everything together for us. That will be our variance. That will be our variance in year one. Our variance for year one. We have just gotten expected value, which we are going to use later. Now we have gotten variance. That's what we are going to do year two, year three, as fast as we can. $2,916,100. We are good to go. So the next one now. Yeah, this year one. No, we're going to there's year two, there's year three. It's not me that gave the question. No. So please copy very fast so that we can move to year two and move to year three. We never reach there now. We have not done anything. What we just did now must be done 3 times. Year one, year two, year three. Before we think about 8, the Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2, Roman figure 3. We have not even started. This is working to 1, 2, 3. You see what I'm talking about? Because this is our expected value. It's like our cash flow for Roman figure 1. This one is for variance. And the last one, you know, is standard deviation of the word. And we have to finish everything. It looks lengthy. Look to say we should. Since you are talking we can't do anything except this place of me. Expected value. We are not doing what we have done was expected value. We have done expected value for the one. But we have not done expected value of the net project of the project, the whole project. The whole project is split into 1, 2, 3. I must get up before we go ahead. No person, no. And sometimes there's even one that's even more complicated, depending. They will say project A, project B, project C. And that project A, they have the 1, the 2, but I don't think they will give it out. They are the one that say you want to do MPU. They have to groom you. Can I claim this? Those of us online, can I claim? So that we can go to year 2.
Yes, sir.
We can't just assume and say you know it all. And now that we have gotten the idea. So year 2, I believe, will be faster. Year 2, our cash flow. Let's believe our cash flow is A2 AB. Our probability, second one, we are having this one. So somebody help us. Year 2. This cash flow so that some people understand. A2 is probability. B words 2 and so that's easier. And this one will be A words 2 times A B word 2. This one will be what A2 minus A2 bar all words square. We also have the same thing. A2 minus A2 bar all words square times what? Probability of what? 2. I hope it's enough now. Now, without wasting much of our time, year 2, for what? Good. Okay, 7,500, 8,000, 88. That's all of it. Then probability O1, 0.35, 0.25, and 0.13. Somebody multiply, this should be 46. Abi? Oh, this one is 2625. 2000. Just 2000. Okay. 0.3. 2640. Abi? That means we are following. We are all copying now. It's easier. We need to find our mean, Abi. This is our mean. Our expected value at time 2, which I will call A bar 2. Okay? So somebody add all this together for us total. Expected value. Those of us online, you are seeing it. Expected value.
7725.
7725.
7725, Abi. Good.
Yeah.
7725. Now that one is done. What we are going to do now is to find what deviation. Deviation raised to power 2. Without wasting time, 4. 9,765,625.
625.
Next, 7,005 minus 7,725. All raised to power
50,625. 50625.
What do you call it?
50625.
50625. Like this, Abi?
Yes.
50,000, Abi? Good.
Yes.
The next one, 8,000 minus 7,725. All raised to power 2. What do you have?
75,625.
75,625. Okay. The last one, 8,800 minus 7,725. What do you have raised to power 2?
1,155,625.
1,315.
1 million. No, 1,155,625.
So what do you have? It says what?
1 million.
Happening.
1155.
1155.
625.
25 ahead, better. Good. Now the next thing is to add this deviation. We're going to multiply this deviation by the probability. The first one, 9 million plus times 0.1, 50,000 plus times 0.35, this times 0.25, 1 million plus times 0.3. What do we have? Somebody? I hope we are following. Good.
2929.
Is that?
2,929.
56. 4.5. Let's leave the point alone. That's 3 Abi. Approximately. So next one. 50,000 times 0.35. What do I have?
17,719.
17.
719.
0.75. And that's 9, Abi. Abi. That we don't want this now. We don't want this now. Or you want this now. We should put it. Let's put it as you want it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't worry. When you get to exam, you can decide on your own to put point. But let's leave the point alone. Approximately the nearest one of that. Okay, one. Next.
18906.
906. 0.25. That one is not to 5, Abi. No. Next. Last one. Last one. 346. 3, 4, 6, 6, 8, 7. Okay, 8, 8, Abby. Good. Okay, somebody add on this for us. That will be our variance for year 2. We're about there. Remember, year 3, we will soon get there.
$1 million
Okay,
359. 1,359,876.
6 or 5?
6.
Is it 6 or 5?
6.
Oh, somebody says 6. So approximate, Nabi. Is it 6?
6.
6, good. Everybody's subscribed for 6. We have just finished year 1. Year 2. Any question? If you look at it very well, this is the current year so far. And if you look at this current year so far, we have virtually concluded everything apart from 2 topics that they set. The section B was cost of capital and leverage, which we have not done. But it's got everything we have done. We are seeing it in the question. We are finding it so easy. That means as we move on next year, it will be more interesting. That's why you are here. That's why they say you come. So that your life will never remains. That's what it is. You can't just sit there at home after many years of leaving school and say we don't look like that. It's not possible. But you were looking for money somewhere. So you need to look for book now. So you need to come for food. So that is it. The year 3, I hope I can clean this or we still on the board. Copy by to ask 1 class. Those of us don't like copy. I think it looks empty, but that's how you do it in exam. Even if you are eating gala, they will still allow. But it's very interesting. If you know it's interesting, am I correct? Aha.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Please, sorry to draw you back a little bit.
Don't worry.
In the case where perhaps in exam, they gave us the probability in single figures, or like an integer. So are we supposed to go ahead and do the division in order to get the mean?
No. In exam, as this is finance, not mathematics, what we are doing is application of mathematics. Are you following? Okay. So in finance, they always put in probability. Is that okay? Because remember, this aspect is probability-based method of assessing risks and uncertainty. So there must be probability. Is that clear?
Yes. So okay. So it must always come in
there. Yes. Remember, we're talking about the first part of capital budgeting under risks and uncertainty. So there must be probability on this part. Except the other one that does not involve probability, we will talk about that one later. Is it clear?
Thank you. Very clear.
Can we go on? Year 3. Okay, we can move on to year 3. Year 3. Those of us online, can we go to year 3? Can I clean the board?
You can go on.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. So year 3. Year 3, gradually, we'll just do it this way. For year 3, somebody had 5,002, 6,000, 85, 95, 0.2, 0.5, 0.2, 0.1. Good. So this place was changed. Was changed on this. The moment Let's finish changing everything about it. So that's year 3. How to calculate year 3 figure. Good. So this should be 3. This should be 3. This should be 3. 3. 3. This is 3. Cash flow here 3. The expected value here 3. Expected value here 3. Expected value here 3. Probability here 3. So this is our 3. This is also 3. So everything is set. So we can multiply 5,200 times 0.2. 1
0 14 0 14
0. Are you sure? Good. 3,000 950. That's good. You are doing well. Please, another one. We'll now add everything together. Somebody here? The total? Set? 6,650. Oh, 90. Okay, yes. 90. Good. Now, we have gotten the expected value for year 3. We're going to find the deviation. 5,002 minus 6690. There will be a minus raised to power 2. What do you have? Raised to power 0. 2,220,100. Is it okay? Next, 6,000 minus 6690. That should be minus 690. Raised to power 2. What do you have? Million. 476,100. Somebody again. 8,005 minus 6690. There will be a negative 3 million. Are you sure?
276,100.
276,100. Finally, 9,005 minus 6690 raised to power 2.
7,896.
896
100.
As usual, 2 million times 0.2
444,020.
444,020. 344 44020. Good.
Yes, sir.
Next one, 479610 times 0.5.
238,050.
050. Next,
655,220.
220. Oh, the next one, 7. Okay, 89610. Good. We add everything together to give us the variance at year 3. The total value
2,126,900. 26.
Okay, 21. Okay, 26. Okay. 26. 600.
900.
Yeah. 900. So we have succeeded in finding expected value for year 1, year 2, year 3. Now we want to answer the question, which says Roman figure 1. Expected value of the net present value of the project. So Roman figure 1 of the question, we all know expected value. That's why sometimes you are course outline, you see that like E, B, N, D, B. You must have seen this. Is that okay? So in a simple language, it means expected value of net present value of the project. And which
Please, Mr. Robert, can you mute your mic if you are not asking or answering questions?
Hello? So in this case, this is just a grammar. These are EV, Abby. The first one is what? The first EV year one, 6,630. Our interest rate is 10%, risk free. So 1.1 raised to power 1. Second year, EV for second year, 7,725 over 1.1 all raised to power 2 plus third year, okay, third year, 6,690 over 1.1 all raised to power what? Minus what? We all know NP. Is that a point again? Do we know NP? You don't know how CO came. I forgot to CO, net present value, MPV, and now everything is clear. What they want is us get the expected value. That expected value forms our cash flow, our real cash flow, and we do MPV, which is this over this plus this over this plus that over that minus CO. Our CO is 14,000 the question, Abi. You now press your calculator as usual, 6,360 into 1.1 raised to power minus 1 plus this minus 2 plus that minus 3 minus what? 14,000. What's the result? Is in the question of the question says that beginning project costing 14,000 naira. Have you seen it? Everything is settled. Go ahead. It is 1 plus R raised to power n. R is 10%. 0. Yes, year 1, year 2, year 3. Is that okay? Any question? You can see that all we are calculating is just to get a form of cash flow that we are going to find MPV. And that is as easy as that. So that one as well. And that's our MPV. This is now our real mean. Our real mean that we're going to use as our denominator for the coefficient of variance. Is that okay? Oh yeah, somebody who is doing that for me. Okay. I should do it. So you press your calculator, 6,630, bracket open, 1.1, raised to the power of minus 1, plus 7725, bracket open, 1.1, raised to the power of minus 2, plus 6690, bracket open, 1.1, raised to the power of minus 3. We get a value minus 14,000. I will have 3,437,87 kobo. Don't forget that our cost of capital CO, starting from the beginning of the question, is stated as 14,000. Check your question. At the beginning, our cost outlay or cash outlay or project cost is 14,000. And for more indication, we'll run all that minus 14,000, and we have expected value of the net present value as 3,487. That is the first part that's been done.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry,
Excuse
a
me.
question.
Question?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes?
Good afternoon, sir. Please,
Good
why
afternoon,
did
I
you
can hear you.
use the treasury bill percentage? Why not cost of capital?
That is the risk-free. Risk-free. That is the risk-free.
How do we determine the risk free?
When there is treasury bill is risk-free because treasury bill is issued by government, and that is the only security that is risk-free. So anytime they say risk-free rate, and they didn't write it, because most cases what they write in exam in most cases risk-free rate. But if you don't see risk-free rate and you see treasury bill rate, that is also the same thing. Other rates can be contaminated, but that's the only one that's accepted.
What if the tree is not stated and
If
capital is stated or lending rates?
no, if none is stated, and what they gave us only was cost of capital, we use that one now. But in most cases, they will give you two discount rate, but one that is risk-free is what you should use.
Okay, thank you
Is
very
that okay?
much.
We can't use his cost of borrowing, that's his own personal business. What he borrow outside, 21%, I mean. Cost of capital is 18, but the risk-free is what you use, which is 10%.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sorry, sir. Please, that
Oh,
1.1, how did we get 1.1 there?
He said,
The 1.1, please, how did we get that value?
as usual, our formula is always 1 over 1 plus r raised to power n. If you look at that board at the S strip, okay, it's not showing. You will see here, let me even put it at this corner, 1 plus r raised to power n. That is what is at the denominator. 1 plus r raised to power n. Our r is 10%. 10% is 0.1. Abi? Hello?
Yes, yes,
0.1 plus 1 will be 1.1.
yes.
So that's how we got 1.1, year
Thank
1, year 2, year 3. Is it clear?
Yes, Clay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, this one. Yes. Yes, expected value of the net present value of the project. Is it clear? So that means if you check your cost outline, you will see the right in B. Is the same thing as risk-free rate. Because this question is also repeated, which year again? The question was also repeated in 2012, 2013. 2012, 2013 was repeated as question 1B. And it's the same thing that was asked. There was also treasury bill rate of 10%. There was 10%, there was cost of capital. We choose that risk-free rate. Is that okay? Can we move? Those of us online, can we continue?
Yes, we can.
Good. So Roman figure 2. We have just done Roman figure 1. Roman figure 2 of that same question, of question 2B. Roman figure 2 says we should find standard deviation. Roman figure 2, standard deviation of the project is a summation of our alpha square at time what? T. You know that's our variance, Abi. This variance now. This variance, Abi. This symbol is variance. Yeah. Variance at time 1, at time 2, at time 3. All over 1 plus r all raised to the power 2t. Look at the board though. 2t. 2t. Our t starting from 1 down to n that we know. And this we have a square root. Remember, square root of variance. You don't forget formula. Square root of variance. So this one now is variance. But because there will be interest, you know, interest must be involved. We can't do anything without a discount factor. Now, is it possible? In finance, can we do anything without discounting? We can't just add numbers together as if it's ordinary. You know, in maths, we add ordinary. We don't add numbers together. But in finance, we add numbers together considering the future value or consider the present value, whichever one. So we either discount or we do future value interest factor, whether compound or we discount. So we can't just write this one alone and find square root and say we don't finish. No, because this is finance. We must discount or we must compound. We can't just write it down as if we are doing mathematics of WAEC exam. So remember, this is MBA. We are doing NPA. So you need to know how to calculate this very well. So our percentage is still 10%. So first year 1, that means this where we need to put 1 here, right? Put 1 here, put 1 here. So that means what is our first in year 1? What is our variance in year 1? That last one for year 1. 2 million 916 100. Abi? All over 1.1, agreed? 1 plus R, Abi? Our R is 10%. 2 times 1. I hope they are following. What's year 2? Is it also 1 million? 35. 876 over 1.1. Put 2 here. It will be 4. Don't forget that the formula is 2t. The formula is not just t. It's 2t. Formula. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me that is doing the formula. The last one. 2 million 126 900 over 1.1. You know this is year 3, Abi. That will be what? Remember, it has what? Yes. We are following, I believe. So all we need to do now, this over this. Let's know the value. Somebody help us. So we have 2 million 916 100 bracket open 1.1 raised to the power of minus 2. Yes, plus. It's not calculator. So
now raised to power.
I've told them what to do. I've told them that they should. I've told them. I mean, is anyone who can calculate again? Oh, I got the. You don't know the guy. I know the guy. No, which about the next? You can use on your phone.
Please, can everyone see the board? Can everyone see the board clearly?
Yes, I can see.
Okay.
So, those of us online, any question? Are we following? That when you find When you divide everything in the square root, you are going to get something like this. My friend, how far? 2, no, you got 4 something, 4 something, 4 something. 2, no, 4, the one inside. 4, now we do up. 4 million. 539. 39. Okay, 392. Yes. 45. 45 couple. Okay, 0.52 better. So when we find the square root of this, we now have 2130. Okay, 2130.59. So this is it. This is all we have. So these are what? Standard what? Deviation. Is it clear? Those of us online, any questions?
It's clear,
That
sir.
was Roman figure 1. And Roman figure what? 2. Another question. Those of us online, are we following? Any questions?
No question.
Good. The final question here is coefficient of what? Variance. Coefficient. Coefficient of. I know this is this. Okay, I have it. Good. Still another. Roman figure 3 is a coefficient of variance. And that one is a standard deviation all over expected value of the project, which is equal to 2,1,30,59 all over. What's our expected value? The one we got? 3,000. 4,381. So what's the answer? 0 point something, I believe. 0 point what? 6 to a bit. That is how it is. And that's what you're expected to do. Any other questions? That's how to solve that small question. Any other question? We have succeeded. We do one part. Yes. So any other question? Those of us online, is this clear?
Yes, clear.
Very good. From all indication, if this is clear, I'm afraid, question here? None. We have to call it today. We can't add another thing together. Yeah. Any attempt to add anything, I don't know what will happen. But on a serious note, we have tried. It is not left for you to keep on practicing, so that by next week, by His grace, we'll do the second part, which is not as lengthy as this one. It's not. But that one will take 1 to 3 methods, but it's not as lengthy as this. God bless you. See you again. How did you do that?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and bless you too.